There's more and more press about UFOs and UAPs. Are there any Bible scholars who propose that there may be spiritual entities? What do you think? Why did I start with that one? Are you raising your hand to answer or to ask? Okay. Okay. Yes, there are scholars that would affirm the likelihood of aliens, UFOs, all of that. They're a little on the fringe side of things. They're not necessarily mainstream. That's not necessarily a mainstream view, that there are aliens out there somewhere or whatever. But the fact of the matter is there are unexplained things. You talk to any astronaut, you talk to fighter pilots and military, they will tell you of unexplained things that have happened in the sky. And there has to be some answers to those things. I am certainly personally not opposed to the idea of aliens or anything like that. I honestly don't think that much about it, because it's inconsequential to my faith, to anything. If aliens showed up tomorrow, they might already be here tonight. But if they showed up tomorrow, it changes nothing about what I believe about the Bible, about who God is. It changes nothing about the gospel and salvation in Christ. So from that perspective, it's inconsequential. So I'm certainly open to that. I've heard a few stories. One of the guys in my doctoral program works for NASA and spent a little over a year on the space station. And he's got some doozies of some stories. And I had his cell phone in my hand and looked at the pictures of the Earth that he took personally from the space station. The Earth is round, by the way. It is not flat, because I saw those photos that were not doctored. But they have those stories. There's an explanation for them out there somewhere. But again, there are scholars who would affirm that no big deal. Additional thoughts?
Yeah, how deep? I mean, there's nothing biblical I can point to. So how deep we get into the weeds here? Because
you have a personal story.
Well, I'll go quick.
I think.
How about that?
I think maybe one of the purposes of an event like this is to get into the weeds and chase some rabbits.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's chase some rabbits. Because I have some strongish opinions about those things. That if you look at the world and really look at how Satan operates in different countries, Satan knows what he's doing, and so I think we've heard stories of missionaries and people in India, and it's really like Book of Acts stuff. They're casting out demons. I think Satan very much likes to fly under the radar as much as he can in our culture. I think it's working in a large degree. So I think some of the things that people see, maybe they didn't see anything, but I think there are some things that people do actually see, and there's stories that are actually legitimate. Now, did they see a UFO? I don't think so. Did they see a vampire? Did they see Mothman? Well, that's an interesting story. Actually, we won't get into that one.
What's your strong opinion?
But that I think that Satan is trying to misdirect us, and so in our culture, if we so much prize how intellectual we are in our culture today that the supernatural, a lot of people just believe, oh, that's all just myth, like everything's myth. So I think if Satan can get people to believe that, man, the people who see this stuff, they're just nuts, that when you go to talk to them about God, they don't believe that either, because anything supernatural is just a bunch of baloney. And so I firmly held belief that, and I have for a while, that a lot of these things that people see are real, but it's Satan trying to deceive. He's the deceiver. He's trying to deceive people.
I would say that I have seen a UFO in the regards that it was flying, and I'd have no idea what to identify it as. So it's unidentified flying object, right? No, that was in my previous job. So I'm open to the idea. Have no, like Ian said, doesn't really change anything either way for us. So Doesn't bother me. Just happened to be out on a call one night and saw something circular that kind of hovered in the sky for a while, and then it shot off. And it's like, what in the world? We all stopped. My coworkers and the people we were talking to were like stopped and looked at it like, what in the world was that?
Was it Amazon?
Yes.
I don't know. It's unidentified.
Test drone?
Could have been. That was before that, really.
Yeah.
But so yeah, open to it either way. But